So I've been writing music for a few years now, and along my crazy journey, I met a producer called Wayne Sheehy, and he has a studio in West Cork, Ireland. And I was at a point where I really needed like someone to help me shape this music, and so he invited me out there, and it's this beautiful studio on the ocean in Ireland, and we laid down some chords for a few new songs, and I would go upstairs and just write all the lyrics and the melodies. And I kind of think a lot about human nature and why we're here, and what happened on this spot in the earth, yesterday, 10 years ago, 3,000 years ago. And I just started writing about that concept. So Wayne's like, I'm going to get Jerry Leonard to play on it. And I was like, great. Fantastic. Okay, I'm all for it. So it was weird. He came in, and what's so cool about him, I mean, there's so many cool things about him. He's now a really good friend of mine, and he's just a phenomenal person. But he shows up. We went to Mission Sound in Brooklyn to record, and he shows up with his car full. It was like he had 12 instruments. He had his paddleboard is like a spaceship. He's got all this stuff, and it was so. And I was like, wow, these guys really, they really care about this. It was sort of the first experience I had with really having people in the studio playing for me. And it was, he's so incredibly thoughtful about everything he does. And he started laying down one sound, and I was like, wow, that's amazing. And then he just listens through, and he'd lay down another sound. And it was, by the end of, you have all these layers, and it was just like, well, okay. And then we move on to the next one, and it just changed the shape and the emotion of the song so much. And so and he's smart, he's creative, he's fun. And then Sterling, it's like floating on air playing with Sterling Campbell. He's just a monster player. But when you look at him, he barely moves when he's playing. It's kind of amazing. But they have so much knowledge and experience and talent, and they're extremely calm and cool and humble. And they're so supportive. I'm so lucky to have come across them. I'm a rock girl. I love rock. I've always loved rock, and I feel like it has to come back. I feel like people, even when they don't listen to it, because I think so much music now is very electronic, and I love electronic too. But we've almost forgotten how those real instruments make us feel. So I want it to be in the rock genre, and so I think I would describe it as sort of a pop rock kind of, or an alternative rock.